Yeah, great. And so, yeah, obviously I reached out because we are putting studios in places around Detroit, and we've spent so much of our energy trying to find ways to link music producers and people who make music in Detroit with kids that want to make music in schools that don't have music programs and after school centers and places that have access to groups of youth so we can just tap in with our existing network of producers. We work with over 100 people nationwide that are touring artists and just various kind of mixing and mastering engineers, MCs, vocalists, instrumentalists, producers, just a wide range of people who make music, mostly hip hop and electronic music. And we just been building this network where we can funnel them in. When somebody says, hey, we have students that want to learn, we can connect them with artists. And we have a few people that we work with pretty regularly here in Detroit that are providing stable programs. The one that I really wanted to spotlight for you to kind of set an example in place on what could happen with us is we just signed up with DBG. Are you familiar with the Detroit Boxing Gym?
Yeah, yes, very familiar.
Super cool. Yeah, they're awesome. And they have 180 kids getting dropped off there after school every day. And all those kids are there on like financial assistance programming. And we help them finish up their studio space. And now we're going to be in there every Monday and Wednesday for the foreseeable future, where we run one program where it's open studio and we're just vibing with the kids in the studio. There's a bunch of instruments. We have the production software running. So we're like making an album over the course of the trimester with them. And they're just there, no experience necessary. It's like you're curious, like come on in, and we'll just have a various instructors there that can kind of help you discover music making. And then the second course, the second part of the day is an ongoing course where we have 10 cohorts who are already into making music. And we're with those 10 students on their own computers. We help DBG like source 10 laptops so the kids have their own devices they can get on. And we're guiding them through a 24-week or a 24 session program where at the end of the session, they'll be efficient in producing their own music in Ableton on the computer and beats, melodies, vocals, tracking albums. And then there's a showcase event at the end. So they get to play all their original music for the rest of the parents and the rest of the students and everything. So it's kind of like this process where we're like holding space for people to explore and saying, hey, this is what music making is like. And then there's another step for the people who really want to go in and learn how to do it themselves. And that's what we spent 7 years on building out our model for. It started as doing assemblies where it was like, we're going to make a beat with the whole school. We set up in the gym. There's 300 kids in there. We get them all clapping and we're like bringing them up on stage and we're just showing them like, it's not a big deal. You don't have to be an expert. Like, here's just how you can play and explore. And then we get them all singing and rapping and it just gets really hype very fast. And that's how we've been able to meet all these kids that want to learn. And then when we meet the kids that really want to learn how to go in there and make stuff and kind of pursue this world of either being a DJ or a rapper or a producer or making albums for other people, once they say, hey, I want to do this, we either provide them with a mentor one-on-one or we link them up with our camp or we bring them into these programs where we're doing after school ongoing learning. And that's really the overview. 14,000 kids that we've been able to work with now. And we're just very ready here in Detroit to ramp up the work that we're doing and finding places that have access to kids because we have instructors and programming ready. And that's really the overview.